Okay, here I'm going to demonstrate the Mozmill endurance tests for Firefox. I've already got the Mozmill automation repository checked out. So if I just have a look and see the available test run files in here, I've got a new one in here called testrun_endurance. If I run that with the help command line parameter, I get a list of details. Of particular interest, we have delay and iterations. Delay is the amount of time that the test will pause before each iteration. The iterations is the other important one. Each test snippet will then repeat for whatever the number of iterations is that you provide on the command line. So if I go ahead and run this, I'm going to specify a delay of 1 second and iterations of 5. I'm going to specify a report of my couch 1 instance so that we can see the reports, and the last thing I need to do is specify the build that I want to run the tests against. So what this is now going to do is check out the Mozmill tests repository and then run all of the tests that are in the endurance tests folder. So you see Minefield has started up. First test here just opens and closes the add-ons manager. And the second test opens a number of tabs and then enters and then leaves private browsing mode. So those tests have run, none of them have failed, and the report's been generated and sent. There's only 2 endurance tests at the moment in our repository. If I show you the reports now and refresh this, you should see a new report with today's date. There it is. The version of Firefox that we were using, the build number. There's the delay of 1 second, that's in milliseconds, and 5 iterations. If I view this report, then I've got similar details we have on other Mozmill dashboard reports, but we've also got this endurance report specific. The only thing we're gathering at the moment is allocated memory and mapped memory, but we've plotted them on these charts for every checkpoint. And so here we can see both tests appear one after the other in this graph, and then both tests here. And this uses the average of the entire test, whereas this is the specific details at each checkpoint. So for example, entered private browsing mode and left private browsing mode. And then down at the bottom here, we've got some details, minimum, maximum, and average for both allocated and mapped memory for each test. And so that's the Mozmill endurance tests for Firefox. Thanks.